Oh, it's
Damn
staying
it.
in there.
No, it's not.
So the whole thing's been staying there.
It's
I'm
gonna.
going to get a close-up on her face when she runs
Yeah,
back.
fucking sick Kyle's coming back
For good? For permanently?
permanently. I just saw Nimbus's asshole.
Shit.
Hey everybody, my name is Corey,
I am Kyle.
and we're going to do, this
Damn it.
cat is just in
Extra.
heaven. We're going to do BTS's Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yep.
So before we start, I think I need to give a guideline. Everything we say.
You have some shit on your nose?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying
No,
everything
I'm
we
saying
say.
you do have some shit on your nose.
Seriously?
Yep, you did. You got it.
Hate you. Anyway, everything that we say in this video is our interpretation.
Subjective?
No, I mean it's the way that we interpret something.
Right.
It's our opinions.
Yep.
Because on our last video,
Yeah.
there was a lot of really upset people.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I know that a lot of you are very upset, and understandably so. But I had to stop looking at the comments because I was getting really upset, and I know that that some of you are just like, well, you have to understand. I'm like, I get it, but that doesn't give anybody the right to be as. Because again, it was mostly directed at him, and since he's my best friend, I'm very defensive of him, and it really upset me. And so I heard some of the things that were said. I read some of the things that were said, and I get it. You're upset, and that's fine. But again, remember, we're coming at this from our point of view. We are not as invested in this as you are. We are growing. We are learning. So we ask that you give us a little bit of grace and some understanding where we're coming from. And that's it. It was just, and it wasn't all of you, and a lot of you came to kind of like our quote unquote rescue, if you will, because nothing we said was of ill intent. No. And again, we're coming from this with no real solid investment into it as much as you. Right. And I know I'm kind of rambling right now, but it just. Yeah. Yeah, you kind of get the thing, because I've had people reach out to me personally about it. It's like, hey, I'm really sorry of what's being said. It's nothing personal, and it's not. And what we said, it's nothing personal. So we just wanted to address that at the beginning, because we did 4 or 5 videos since that video because we weren't quite ready to come back to BTS, and now we are. So that was it.
Okay. So let's get into it then.
Cool.
So again, it's going to be our interpretation. We have done some research on this, which is unusual. It's kind of why we don't do blind reactions, because we like to be informed somewhat. Yeah. There's some difficult things in this video for me, and we'll discuss. But let's go ahead and start.
Yep.
And this is knocked out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stop here because we're going to see this painting a couple more times.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go ahead and kind of set the tone. This music video is filled with religious imagery, Renaissance paintings, statues. And so a lot of it has meaning to me, especially that I'm Catholic, and a lot of this kind of falls in that Catholic realm, especially one of the statues by Michelangelo, which you'll see later on. And we have seen this music video, so we're not going into this blind.
No.
This is the Fall of the Rebel Angels, which basically depicts Lucifer's fall with all of the angels when they defied God. So it's deep meaning here, especially because what album did this come off of?
Wings.
It came off their Wings album.
Yeah.
angels, wings, and you'll see wings throughout here. But there's a lot of like really underlying meaning in this. So that's kind of what this painting is. I love this painting. I've seen this painting before.
Yeah. I mean, even, and I don't want to go into this too far because I do want to get right into the video. But even, I think it was Sugar that said a lot of this is like, especially with the whole concept of the wings, is their ability to kind of fly and, you know, get away from temptation. And whatnot.
True, very true. It was also Sugar that said that he didn't think that this music video or this song was going to do very well.
Yeah.
Because he didn't like the title, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Because he was like, well, that's like human secretion. That just, it sounds gross. It sounds disgusting. Yeah.
Like a funk band from the 70s.
What was that?
Like a funk band from the 70s.
That's right, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Yeah, we'll jump into it. But I will stop at some of the other imagery that we see in here. So,
it's Jin, right? I think.
that's looking at the painting?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jin.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Almost died.
Yeah, a little bit.
We'll see the painting again, but I do want to bring it back up. What was that, absinthe maybe?
Yeah, I was thinking absinthe too. It's good to see J-Hope like, because from our point of view, I think it's kind of good to see, because we're used to seeing Suga doing his thing, RM of course being there, but I like seeing J-Hope like getting, because again, this is what, like our 4th or 5th or 6th video, and so like that's all we know, right? And so I like seeing J-Hope like up in front and really doing stuff. And
I would agree, and I think we were talking about doing the proof live. And we started watching it.
Yeah.
And I think J-Hope had a lot of upfront.
That's the one where they did the live band.
Right, with the live band behind them.
I really want to see that.
So here is the statue by Michelangelo. It's depicting Mary holding Jesus, you know, after he's died. So in the Catholic faith, this is a extremely like meaningful interpretation of, I won't say interpretation, this is real life to us. Like, this is what happened when he was pulled down from the cross. You know, this was before he would have been entombed. What's interesting is a little while ago, I think it, I cannot remember who was it that was kind of dangling on the swing.
I wasn't looking.
JK, I think it was JK.
Okay.
So JK was on a swing in a room, and he's kind of doing he's kind of just hanging there, and behind him is the Icarus painting.
Yeah.
So that painting depicts the death of Icarus, which we even know the story of Icarus, or the fall of Icarus. And there's a painting later on that comes up about Icarus. What's interesting is they've used 2 paintings in this video that come from the same artist. And so one is the fall of the fall of the rebel angels, and then later on is the landscape of the fall of Icarus.
Well, yeah, I guess there's a scene later on where I think it's V jumps off a balcony,
Right.
and it's mirroring that
fall of Icarus.
Yeah.
And I think that honestly, it's a lot of what this music video is about. And the song, well, I don't necessarily know what the song, if I'll say the song.
The song, from what I've researched, is all about like the temptation of like, I'm not gonna say forbidden love, because that's not the right word. It's not toxic. It's just that love that's just like, intoxicating. Like
Right.
you have to have it, and you'll do anything stupid to get it.
Yeah, and maybe that's what the interpretation. I take the interpretation of the music video is human aspiration, right? So you got Icarus flying too close to the sun. You've got the fall of the rebel angels. You've got the fall of Christ. All of these figures that have tried to either one rebel and overcome, or two aspire to be something greater in their life and have been taken down because of it. And it feels like that's what the meaning of the music video is for me, especially with all of these figures. But
Yeah.
we can talk more about it.
I love this chorus.
Yeah. I feel like this is a different type of music than I've heard from them before.
Yeah.
They're into that dance and that pop. I'm not saying that, but the beat feels different.
It's like what's that stuff? That
It feels.
what is that? It's called something. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know.
Reggaeton.
Reggaeton. It feels very reggaetonish. It feels like it's got a little bit of Bollywood in it. It's just that bounce that's to it.
Yeah, I'm not going to compare it to any Western artist, but
True.
I do have one in my head, and I'm afraid to say
I
it.
don't think that we should be afraid. You know, we're going to compare things to Western artists because that's what we know.
Bieber.
Okay, Bieber has done music like this before.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not. I don't listen to. The only thing I've heard of him has been on the radio.
Right.
It's the first thing that I thought of when I heard, especially the chorus. This chorus that we're listening to right now, it's very. It reminds me of that.
Yeah.
So
and I'll make that comment again. Right, we compare artists to what we know. I mean,
It's how we relate to
it's
stuff.
It's not a put down. It's not meaning anything else. We understand that. You know.
Well, you and I both have been trainers in our lives, and we've trained individuals. And I think one of the greatest ways to reach another person, especially if culturally you're different, is to relate things to something that they may know, or that something that you can know, that you can meet together. So that's kind of how I approach things. So anyway.
So this scene here, this one, this right here is very reminiscent of the old movie with Robin Williams. What Dreams May Come.
Yes. And can we just stop for a second? No. I'm not. I'm saying like I really like Sugar's outfit.
Oh yeah.
Looks like Alucard from Castlevania.
I mean, you got blinded out.
Yep. And there
So that's the fall of Icarus, or the landscape for the fall of Icarus. And if you look at that painting in the bottom right hand side, if you get a chance to look at that painting, and not just in that setting, but in that full painting, you'll see Icarus has fallen, and he's basically upside down in the water.
Yeah. And I will say, no, you don't stop it, but I will say that visually, this is one of my favorite videos.
I would agree. I think Kid Leroy stole that from this video. At the very beginning of this video, he's hanging. I expect Pennywise here.
I know. I thought about that too for a second.
So this is RM reading, and he's reading from
The book by I can't remember who it's by, but it's called
Demian.
Demian.
Okay.
It was like from 1918 or something like that.
Right, and that book is about trying to find one's true inner self, basically. Yeah.
I love this part. I absolutely love the imagery with the organ and the shots when they're looking above. Well, hello there. I love that. Yeah, and
So this is the statue from Yet to Come when they're in the desert.
oh yeah,
This is also a statue of Lucifer.
yes,
And the black wings have been used before when they were in the theater.
yes. And wasn't that Jin too?
I don't know if that was Jen or J-Hope. But this is him. So
And that's V with the broken wings.
so
This the smile he gives is actually
Right here coming up
It's
next.
a little disturbing.
it is a little disturbing. And this is interesting because, again, the statue is a depiction of Lucifer, which, again, if you don't want to take this religiously, that's fine. Lucifer can represent a lot of things. For the Christian faith, it represents evil, but in a lot of faiths around the world and a lot of religion, it represents knowledge.
Yes.
And so this could be him, like, really trying to aspire to be super knowledgeable. Because of that, maybe he's lost his way, he's lost his wings, whatever it is. It's really interesting imagery here.
Well, I mean, I even look at it like, because not comparing V to Lucifer, because he's not.
Yeah.
But like just losing the wings, like I don't know, like maybe even angels could become more not as angelic or whatever. Maybe like
more human.
more human. Sure. Yeah.
Well, I think
I don't
they've
know.
used that imagery before, where they have that fallen angel kind of connotation, right? Angels fallen, become human, and so on and so forth. So this is a quote by Nietzsche. Basically, it has something to do about one must have chaos within yourself in order to be a dancing star, which is interesting for them, right? I think it says a lot about them as a group. Their come up has been chaotic, and they've had to go through that chaos in order to be, the stars that they are.
What I really also I have to really I respect is that they didn't just go in and pick a bunch of random.
True, everything means something.
Everything means and is connected. Even the Nietzsche thing with the star, because I mean you can even compare that to Lucifer. He's the morning star. So yeah, it's just this is probably my favorite, or if really close to being my favorite video from them.
We've talked about this before, where other groups, even in Korea, will strive to be more like BTS, and I, again, don't want to compare them.
Right.
But BTS always has a story, an underlying story with their music videos. I've said this in past ones. The reason why I haven't liked some music is because it's very like flashy, and they're just trying to pull like other things together, and the transitions make no sense, and the imagery makes no sense to the music video. But if you watch a BTS video, every one of them has a storyline behind it.
It just shows how much is put into everything that they do, and it's one of the reasons why I respect them so much, is that it's not just slapped together. The imagery, the meaning behind everything, the music, it's all just Anyway, I'll shut up.
That scene bothers me.
I know it does.
And we'll talk about it afterwards.
And his face cracks.
Right. So the scene bothers me because any depiction where Mary is destroyed or her face is destroyed is, I won't say it's blasphemous, that's not what I mean. It just, the statue has meaning, the figure has meaning. Mary has meaning. And so for that scene, and again, I'm not accusing them of anything.
No, I know.
I don't. I try to do as much research as I could to find out why that happened, why that incident happened, why did her face explode, especially after he had already kissed the figure of Lucifer.
Right.
And I don't know if those tied together or not, but I couldn't find anything. And so for me, because I couldn't find anything in the moment, again, there's probably something out there. I haven't found it.
Yeah.
It does bother me because I don't know the reason for it. And it is, it's destruction of Mary,
you spent
the mother of Christ. So
you spent like 20 to 30 minutes trying to find something, and
we didn't
shoot this video because Corey was still looking into that, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I get it. You find what you need to find, and he still couldn't find something. So
again, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. No, it bothers me.
He wants to know why.
I need to know why.
Yeah.
Right. So, if anyone knows,
please let us know.
Let us know. Overall, I will agree that this has probably been one of my favorite videos because there's so much meaning behind it.
We have visitors.
We had baseball practice.
It just froze.
Come on through. Come on through.
I froze.
Okay. It does have so much meaning in this music video. There's so many layers in it. So many layers in it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the music video again to listen to the song because I can't even say that
You're having a hard time.
I'm having a hard time focusing on the song.
Yeah.
And I even had a hard time focusing on the lyrics. And again, people may not like that.
Well, it's just, again, especially this video warrants multiple viewings.
It does. It has to.
Not just for visual, but
I guarantee we missed a whole bunch.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
We missed a lot. And we tried. We really tried to do as much as we could, but there's so much jam-packed into this. So ultimately, this is one of your tops. Then
absolutely. The song is I love the song. It's really catchy. I love the meaning behind the song. I love that because I've been in relationships before where it's just been like, this isn't good for me, but I can't help myself.
Right.
It's I know this is stupid, and everybody's really been in a situation like that. It's like, it's bad, but you can't stop, and you have to. It's just something is drawing you to it, and then visually, just everything about it, I thought was just really smart and really like. Everything about it. There was not one thing about it visually. Obviously, I know you had the issue with Mary, but even when they went to that like solid color stuff, I still liked that. Even though, I don't know. It just
to me, there's more layers we just haven't explored. The whole organ scene where it's a reveal. It's a reveal of him playing this organ. But again, we haven't really dived into even what that means.
Yeah,
we haven't dived into why Jen is so drawn to the painting of the fall of the rebel angels. Mm-hmm. Why is it that JK is swinging in front of... you can tie it together. JK's swinging almost like he's flying, but why is he swinging in front of the picture of a fallen Icarus? Why is it that RM is reading from that book?
Yeah.
He's reading the book at the very, very beginning.
And that's not in the song.
It's not in the song.
I've heard the song. It's not in the song.
It's not in the song. So there's so many different layers.
Yeah.
We really only kind of jumped on the artistic views of it and then a little bit of trivia about it. So,
let us know what you think.
Yeah.
And hi, Nimbus. Thank you for joining us.
And just so everybody's aware, I realize that Icarus is not a religious figure in the Christian faith. He's part of Greek mythology.
He's Greek mythology with the Medusa and everything like that. Yeah,
but it does still play into that realm with the wings and flying too close to the sun, stuff like that. So, trying to strive to be more and getting knocked down because of it. So, let us know what you think. This has been an interesting video. I almost died at the very beginning of it.
You did.
Choked on this crazy strong drink. Right? Don't touch me anymore.
That's not what you say when we're off camera.
Wow. Nimbus has joined us for the entire video. He knew that we were doing... I told y'all, whenever we do a video about BTS, these cats jump up on the table. We'd love to know what you think. Hopefully, we have redeemed ourselves a little bit by doing research into this one.
Yeah. I think we may have over-researched this a little bit.
I don't know that you can over research it because I think that we're missing a lot. I think we're still missing a lot.
Yeah.
We could probably do a part 2 on this video.
We probably could.
I wonder if there's a making of video.
I think they said that there's always a making.
We should do a making of.
We should.
Yeah.
We should do that in Docutainment.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Corey.
My name's Kyle.
Bye.
Bye.